Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. A Russian court has sentenced a 72-year-old American citizen to almost 7 years in jail for allegedly fighting as a mercenary for Ukraine. Prosecutors said Stephen James Hubbard was serving in a defense unit when he was captured by Russian forces in April 2022, shortly after Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. According to a statement from the Russian prosecutor general, said Hubbard systematically received material compensation for his participation in the war on the Ukrainian side. Hubbard, a native of Michigan, pleaded guilty to the charges last week, according to Russian state media. However, his sister Patricia Fox told Reuters that Hubbard held pro-Russian views and was unlikely to have taken up arms at his age. According to Ms. Fox, Hubbard had moved to Ukraine in 2014 and lived there for a time with a woman surviving off a small pension. He and his partner later split, but he continued living in Ukraine. Although Hubbard was detained by Russian forces in early 2022, his case only became public when his trial began in Moscow in September. In a follow-up to a story we brought to you last week, the U.S. port workers' strike has been suspended. The International Longshoremen's Association released a joint statement with the U.S. Maritime Alliance on October 3rd, indicating that the strike will be paused until January 15th to give both sides time to reach an agreement. Nearly 45,000 dock workers at East and Gulf Coast ports walked off the job last Tuesday after its previous contract expired and no new deal was reached. Workers are fighting for better wages and benefits and protection against automation. On Sunday, Florida prepared for its largest evacuation since 2017 as Hurricane Milton intensified into hurricane status on its path toward the United States. Milton's appearance comes on the heels of the devastating Hurricane Helene. According to the U.S. National Hurricane Center, Milton is projected to make landfall on Wednesday, likely hitting close to the heavily populated area of Tampa Bay. The new hurricane was expected to affect areas already hit hard by Helene, which just made landfall in the area on September 26th. The National Hurricane Center said as of Sunday, October 6th, Hurricane Milton is packing maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour and is heading towards Florida at 7 miles per hour. Over the weekend, a Frontier Airlines flight caught fire as it landed in Las Vegas, Nevada. On Saturday, Flight 1326 was arriving from San Diego. The plane was in the process of landing when smoke was reported in the cockpit. Officials from Harry Reid International Airport said the plane experienced a hard landing where the tires basically blew out. A total of 190 passengers and 7 crew members were on board when the incident occurred, but there were no reported injuries. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating the incident. In some welcoming news, last week the State Department announced that the typical processing time for U.S. passports is now down to 4 to 6 weeks. The processing time previously was between 6 to 8 weeks. The speedier time frame is a bit of relief following a massive backlog during the pandemic that resulted in wait times of up to 18 weeks during the summer of 2021. That updated 4 to 6 weeks processing time applies to applications submitted by paper or online, the State Department said in its notice. For people in need of expedited services, the processing still remains 2 to 3 weeks. In mid-September, the State Department launched a service to allow Americans to renew their passports online. That service is open to adults who are renewing a regular 10-year passport that has expired within the past 5 years or expires in the coming year. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Let's talk portable electric space heater safety. These heaters must not be left unattended. Place them on a stable base 3 feet from combustibles. Their use is not recommended within a bedroom, but if you must do so, place a smoke detector on the ceiling within the bedroom. Plug a portable space heater directly into the outlet, avoiding extension cords. Thus, do not use lamp cords or power strips for this purpose. Are portable, unvented propane and oil-filled heating appliances safe to use within a residence? No. Massachusetts prohibits their use. These heaters produce asphyxiant gases. These gases can render an occupant incapacitated or dead. Please consider your safety during these upcoming colder months.
Welcome back. Now let's get into some Braintree news. A New England Patriots safety is facing charges of assault, strangulation, and drug possession after an altercation in Braintree on Saturday morning. According to police, 29-year-old Jabril Peppers was arrested after officers responded to a disturbance at a home. A caller indicated that there was an altercation between two people. The victim was later treated by EMS at the scene. The Patriots said in a statement, quote, "We are aware of an incident involving Jabril Peppers over the weekend, in which the police are currently investigating. We will have no further comment at this time," end quote. Peppers is being charged with assault and battery, strangulation, and possession of a Class B substance believed to be cocaine. He is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. In an interview with WATD, Braintree Mayor Erin Joyce took a look back at her first term in office so far. With a number of topics to discuss, the Braintree Mayor highlighted some key events in Braintree that made some commotion, like the former Motel 6 coming down, the override in town budget, the Zom living apartments, the MBTA communities, and some surprises she faced in her first term as mayor. Also during the interview, the mayor was asked about the long overdue Peterson Pool and what the plans are for the development. Here's more from the mayor on what's to come at the Peterson Pool site.
I mean, the Peterson Pool is something that we all dream of building, and I still dream of building. I think, we have to take a little bit of a step back to recover from, sort of the failed attempt in some ways. The site of the pool project is right across from our high school. It's on the same campus, and right now it's overgrown. It looks like a construction site that hasn't been touched in years because it hasn't. It has a chain link fence around it, and we're going to take down the chain link fence, maybe put back a soccer field, and regroup and move forward, hopefully in a positive way as a community, so that we, it's going to evolve, as all things we hope will evolve in Braintree, but we're still working on it. Not giving up yet.
The upcoming U.S. holidays will feature something new for retail stores. Hours for retail stores have been announced by the town of Braintree for Columbus Day and Veterans Day. There are no restrictions on hours on Columbus Day, meaning normal business hours can be conducted on October 14th. But on Veterans Day, November 11th, retail businesses won't be allowed to open before 1 p.m. that day. To put this into effect, the new hours were approved by the Department of Labor Standards. Braintree Police Chief Timothy Cahoon said he understands this may make things more difficult for business owners, but supports the decision. Cahoon said, quote, "This is a day we celebrate veterans and honor them for serving our country. We should honor those who have died for our freedom, as well as the men and women who serve and have served to make the United States a safer place," end quote. Officials say that the new schedule is specifically for retail stores and does not apply to restaurants or service stations. A new event is coming to Braintree this winter. Braintree's Festival of Trees will be the town's newest annual event and fundraiser that will help raise money to improve the lives of Braintree residents. Trees will be displayed inside Braintree Town Hall, and those participating can pick their own theme, lights, decorations, and toppers. Then each tree will be raffled off to event goers. If you'd like to decorate a tree, send your application in by November 7th to bfotrees@gmail.com. Setup will be on December 3rd and 4th, and the fundraising event will take place between December 5th through the 8th. For more information, visit Braintree's Festival of Trees on Facebook. Next week, the Bo Sox Club is hosting the second annual Sox and Suds event with special guest Dan Shaughnessy. The Bo Sox Club will be celebrating their 20th anniversary at the Widowmaker Brewing Company on October 17th. Those with tickets can attend the event from 7 to 9 p.m. There will be special memorabilia, autographs, and book signings happening during the event, as well as free food catered by Bone and Bread. To buy a ticket, head to bosoxclub.org. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
So here are highlights of what is happening in October at Thayer Public Library, where you'll always find something interesting. I'm Elizabeth Strachan, the Children's Librarian. Get ready for an exciting road trip. Join us for the Booktober Library Crawl, formerly known as the OCLN Library Crawl. The Library Crawl starts October 7th and runs through November 2nd. That gives you 4 full weeks to visit as many of the 22 participating libraries as you want. Pick up a passport from Thayer Public Library and then go explore other libraries in the Old Colony Library Network. Get your passport stamped at each library you visit, including ours. If you visit at least 5, you can enter the drawing for a fabulous prize. The Booktober Library Crawl is free and fun for all ages, so gather your friends and family for the South Shore adventure. Don't miss out. Visit malibraryroadtrip.com/Booktober to plan your adventure today. That's malibraryroadtrip.com/Booktober. Let the library crawl begin. Do you have a neighbor or friend eager to improve their English? We've got just the thing. They may join us every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at Thayer Public Library for our English Conversation Circle. Whether you're learning to speak English or know someone who is, this is the perfect opportunity to practice with fellow learners in a supportive and friendly environment. Help us spread the word that we started this new English conversation group. It's open to people of all nationalities who want a welcoming space to practice their English language and conversation skills. No registration needed. Just drop by when you can. This conversation circle isn't a class. It's an informal gathering for English language learners to chat, share experiences, and improve together. While it's best for intermediate to advanced learners, beginners are welcome. It's free and open to the public. Please let others know about this great opportunity to connect and grow. Little ones, get ready for some holiday fun at our Halloween story time on Monday, October 28th at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Join Miss Elizabeth in the children's room for Halloween stories, songs, movement, and a fun craft. This story time is perfect for little ones ages 2.5 to 4, but all children are welcome to join in the Halloween fun. And guess what? Costumes are encouraged. No registration is needed. Just come. We can't wait to celebrate Halloween with you and your little ones. Older children can have a spooktacular time at our Trick or Treat Signs and Sweets event. Join us on Wednesday, October 30th from 6 to 7 p.m. for this annual event packed with treats and tons of fun. At 6 p.m., swing by the library for some delicious candy and visit our exciting stations in the children's room, where you will learn a Halloween-themed ASL, American Sign Language, sign, and earn a sweet treat for your efforts. Then, don't miss out on the fun in the Logan Auditorium, where we'll have Halloween-inspired games and a mini dance party to get everyone in the spooky spirit. Costumes are absolutely welcome and encouraged, but not required. This event is open to all youth, so just drop in and join the fun. Braintree teen volunteers and teen librarian Courtney Trudeau are presenting this annual event. For more information about events at the library, call Thayer Public Library at 781-848-0405 or email referencedesk@braintreema.gov or visit www.thayerpubliclibrary.org/events. See you at the library!
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. The November election is about a month away, which means early voting is starting soon in Massachusetts. Voters here in Massachusetts will be voting for a new president and vice president, as well as several federal and state offices, including U.S. and state senators and U.S. and state representatives. Massachusetts voters will also be deciding on several ballot measures, including the potential elimination of MCAS as a high school graduation requirement, minimum wages for tipped workers, and unionization for transportation network drivers. So when is early voting in Massachusetts? Early voting for the November election is open from October 19th to November 1st. Regular voting is available on Election Day on November 5th. To check out more information on early voting schedules and locations, go to the Secretary of the Commonwealth's website at sec.state.ma.us. Cleanup efforts are still ongoing in the South after Hurricane Helene. Massachusetts natives are now trying to help those affected by the devastating floods. At the West Bridgewater Police Station, food, flashlights, water, paper goods, baby care items, and other necessities are being collected to help communities to our south. Organizers said they are particularly in need of non-perishable foods, bug spray, and flashlights. 5 West Bridgewater officers plan to drive the truck to the North Carolina Highway Patrol for distribution. A truck organized by the YMCA of Greater Boston departed Friday morning from East Boston. Dozens of Massachusetts utility crews are already working in areas damaged by the storm, and members of the Massachusetts Task Force 1 are working in North Carolina to help in the recovery effort. Even though the Paris Olympics are over, Olympic gymnast and Stoughton native Frederick Richard isn't done winning yet. Fredericks was named to the Time 100 Next list, an annual recognition of the world's 100 most influential rising stars in Time magazine. The Olympic gymnast joined the likes of Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown. The individuals on the list are from varying fields and backgrounds and can be at any age or from any country. The Weymouth Fire Department is hosting an open house next week. On October 19th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Weymouth Fire Headquarters at 636 Broad Street will be open to the public with a number of demonstrations, games, and food. Those who attend will get to enjoy a fire demo, hands-only CPR, touch a truck, car seat checks, kid activities, and of course, food and drinks. The fire department is partnering up with Weymouth Health Department, Weymouth Police, Weymouth Emergency Management, and South Shore Health. For more information, head to Weymouth Fire Department's Facebook page. Last winter, thousands flocked to Quincy Center to glide around a temporary skating rink installed by the city. As winter approaches, city officials announced the rink is coming back. Last winter, the facility was built and managed by Ice Rink Events, the same company that operates the winter skating rink in New York's Bryant Park. It cost the city $200,000 paid out of the District Improvement Financing Fund, through which Quincy leverages future tax growth to finance downtown improvement projects. This year, the city plans to use the same company, replicating last year's operation in all major details except for location. The new location of the rink will move a half-mile north to the vacant lot across from Quincy District Court by Kilroy Square Garage and 1 Chestnut Place. The lot will require grading work prior to rink installation due to its cracked, uneven surface. No opening date has been set yet. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
steps to keep yourself and your family safe from ticks and the illnesses they can cause. Use EPA-approved tick repellents on your skin and clothes. Read and follow the directions. Wear light-colored clothing to make it easier to spot a crawling tick. Check for ticks on yourself, your kids, and your pets anytime you've been outdoors. Some tick bites can make you sick, but finding and removing a tick properly makes it less likely. Call your doctor if you start to feel ill or notice a rash near the bite. Play it safe when you're outdoors.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, we have 3 recommendations for you to watch. First up, Salem's Lot follows author Ben Mears, who comes back to his childhood home in search for some inspiration for his next book. He discovers that people in his hometown are mysteriously turning into blood-sucking vampires. The film stars Lewis Pullman and Mackenzie Lay. You can watch Salem's Lot now on Max. Next, It's What's Inside follows a group of friends who gather for a pre-wedding party that descends into an existential nightmare when an estranged friend arrives with a mysterious game that awakens long-hidden secrets, desires, and grudges. The film stars Brittany O'Grady and James Morosini. You can watch It's What's Inside now on Netflix. And finally, Apartment 7A follows a struggling young dancer who finds herself drawn in by dark forces when a peculiar, well-connected older couple promises her a shot at fame. The film stars Julia Garner and Diane Weist. You can watch Apartment 7A now on Paramount+. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.